Hi everyone, it's Lori from Lollipop Paper and Ink. Thanks so much for joining us today for our Tuesday at 2 birthday card class. So every other Tuesday from January to March, we're right smack in the middle of it. This is our fourth class in a series of 6, so we're going to carry it through all through March. We do 4 birthday cards. I try to keep it from one bundle or one stamp set, and I just borrow a few birthday sentiments from a few other stamp sets. So, but I always tell you which ones I'm borrowing. So let's just wait a minute or two to see if we can get some of our friends to join us. While we do, I'm going to see if I can share this. Oh, I see it's already been shared. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that. Let's see. Hi, Linda. All right. I want to share it. So I'm sharing it over to my Lollipop Papers group. And I think I can do that here. Okay, we're good. I always tell them that we're going live over on my page, but this way they don't have to do so much hopping. So thank you and welcome. I'm glad that you are here. I see a lot of familiar names. Hi, Linda. Hi, Belinda. It's so nice to see you ladies, to see your names pop up. I totally appreciate that. So if you're new to our lives or this birthday card class, just pop in your name, tell us where you're from. It's a really fun group, and these ladies are really nice, and everyone kind of helps each other if you have any questions. So hi, Kathy. Hi, Susan. So today my class is 4 birthday cards. As usual, the card kits can be yours for free with a $35 order through my online store, and let me put that up there. You'd have to use this host code that you see that starts with G up there, because it's not my monthly code. This is just specifically for this class, and this way I know when I see that host code pop up, I know that you want to be on the list to get these kits for free. So that's $35. For $50, I always send a thank you little gift, an embellishment or something, just to thank you for your order and for purchasing the class. So this week, honestly, there are so many embellishments that are, hi Monica Carol, hi Sandy, that are not available. So I mean, they have a date of when they think they'll be back, but I was surprised there were a bunch. So I got myself into a little trouble with my end of celebration ordering special that I have going through up until next week when it actually celebration is over. So I had said that I was going to give everyone who placed a $50 order, oh gosh, I hope that you can hear me. This screen is flashing at me again. Hope we don't have a repeat of last week. So anyway, I had wanted to give away the embellishment pack, the pebbles, and they are just, I think they're not even due back until the middle of March. So sometimes we have to substitute a little. But this, I've already ordered a bunch of these, and this is my $50 ordering special for this class for today. Hi Jan, hi Carol, hi Mary. So it is the denim, the blue denim ribbon, and I love this ribbon because you can, I like to fray it, and I like thin ribbons. So you can just slice this right in down the center, and it just frays up so beautifully. It's very soft. So a $50 order, this is my thank you gift to you. So you'll just need to use this host code and also have your order in by Sunday night. And then Monday morning, I start packing and prepping and mailing and all that stuff. So let's get busy. I have the information for today's class was on my blog this morning, so you can pop over there. I have a recipe card now that I'm going to try to do for most of my projects, and it is it has a full supply list of everything that you would need for this class. Now, I did not put on there the stamp sets that I kind of borrowed the birthday sentiment from, but I did use the oceanfront stamp set along with this Paradise Palms. So I made sure that I had that on there. That's a fabulous set. So, okay, so I think that's it. You can grab the recipe card if you want, right from the blog. You can just download it, print it, do whatever you want with it. But if you do want the kits for free, then just place that order sometime between now and Sunday. All right, let's get busy. I have this beautiful, these are the 4 cards that we're going to be, excuse me, that we're going to be making today. Let me get rid of that. And they're really simple, and this stamp set, this bundle is just blew me away how pretty it was, and how versatile it was. So this is the stamp set. It's called the Paradise Palms, and it's a bundle, so it comes with these beautiful dies. Great little palm tree there. There are some dies that are just like, you know, extras, like just a standalone die, I call it. I'm not sure if that's exactly what the word is for it, but and the other ones do crop out the stamped images. So let's see, you can find this on page 25. The bundle is $52, so right there you can get yourself another celebration item, which celebration is over on Monday, I believe is the last day of the week of the month. So that's that. All right, let's start. So this one here, now, you know, a lot of my cards, most of my cards are just, just very few colors, but lots of layers, and that's how I like it. So here, and I'll tell you when I do use what other products that I'm using here. This is the, this is from the Simply Marvelous DSP. That is also a celebration item for a level 1, which is $50. And this is the oceanfront set, and this is what we're going to be using on this card here too. For this sentiment right here, I kind of borrowed this beautiful May Your Birthday Be Memorable sentiment from the Timeless Tropical, and this was in the annual catalog. All right, so let's get busy. First thing we're going to do is our stamping, and then we can just layer things up. And good, I'm glad that you can hear me better today. Last week was a disaster. It was just, my audio wasn't anything like, well, it wasn't matching my mouth and my face, so very distracting for me, so I could imagine it's distracting for you. Okay, so let me tell you what I did here. For this card, I used the Mango Melody, and I thought that it was, I liked the way it came out, but I thought that it was too light, or that I was running out of ink, and of course I didn't have a re-inker, so I went ahead and I got a brand new one. Just opened it yesterday, and I think it's too light, too dark, excuse me. So let me go check this one again. I really liked the way it came out, even though I do think this one needs to be re-inked. But let's just, the other one, for this card, I want it to be very subtle. I don't want it to be, I just don't want it to be too dark. This Mango Melody is, to me, the perfect sunset. Yep, I think I'm going to keep it just like that. And I'll use my new one later on for something else. Okay, so this was the oceanfront set, and it has really great backgrounds, and we're going to use a lot of them today too for this. So let me just give this a wipe, because I'm going to use my same, the same stamp. I'm just using my chamois, get that Mango Melody off, and I'm going to use the soft suede for the bottom. And I think I'm going to do this off stamp off also. I don't want it to come out too dark. Let me just check. Yeah, that's too dark. So I'm going to just stamp once lightly, and then let's just give this a grounding here and give it a good press. Okay, looks good. All right, let's get rid of this, but we will be using that again soon. Okay, so now I need to take out my my palm trees, my big beautiful palm trees here, and I used both. I'll just do one at a time here, and I'm just going to do them in basic black, in the Memento black. And let's just see. Oh, this is the curvy one. Let me start with the straight one. And this is longer than the stamp pad, so I'm going to turn it over and do it that way. And let's just put one of these guys right here on the edge. Okay. And then let me get rid of that. And I'm going to use my same block for this guy, but he turns in the wind a little bit. Okay. And let's just have him curving just a little bit to the right. Okay. I don't know if I'll need that again, but oh, and while we're here, let's use the sentiment. And oh, I think I already mounted that, so we can put that right here. Let me make sure I'm straight here. Yep, pretty good. Okay. That's why I wanted to use the black for the trees, even though I know they're not black, but I just wanted to have some contrast to my colors. Okay, I might need that guy again. All right, now let's just get these top pieces on. And I think I used this one. I don't think I used that one. This is the larger one. There's two stamps for the top of the trees. And oh, I do need that. That's black. Okay. This one I can just give a little bit. My Memento might need re-inking also. So, okay, so I'm going to put this here. There's a lot of space here before the actual image is raised. So you can't go wrong, but just go down a little bit, more than you think you have to. And if you're up too high and you see a little space there, just use your black Stampin' Right marker or blends, and that will be perfect right in there. Okay, see how that just totally comes to life. I just love that set. All right, so now we are good to go, and let's just start layering this guy up here. So we have that over there, and I'm just going to get my seal. And you can use any colors. I liked that Mango Melody, to me, was the perfect sunset, and the Soft Suede to me is perfect for sand, or just like a ground cover. Okay. All right. That's that. So now we have my base, and it's just the typical vertical orientation. Let me just give it a little burnish there. And this is the Simply Marvelous. This is a little too much, but this was the perfect backdrop for just something subtle to pick up the colors of the sunset. So you're waiting till March to order it. That's smart. That is very smart. And oh, I don't know if you know that Stampin' Up! Just announced this morning that starting March 1st, we're going to have a 20% off sale on the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and then also the I think there were like 14 different bundles that are 20% off. So I'll have those listed either on my Facebook page or somewhere so that you know which ones they are. And so this, I'm just mounting this, putting it right over, and I'm just mounting it just a tiny bit askew. And I didn't even use any dimensionals on that because it doesn't really need it. It's just perfect, just the way it is. All right, I'm just going to grab some pearls, the basic pearls, and we'll just add 2 here. And you could add more if you want. There you go. And so we have our first birthday card from our class done today. All right, let me get rid of this one. I might need some of these still, some of these colors. So let's do this one next. Now this one, oh, I think it was 2 weeks ago when I had trouble with my, my mini Stampin' Emboss machine. And I left thinking that it was a little tiny piece of plastic that was that I had found in between the plates. Well, it ended up that wasn't it really, because it on and off it was giving me trouble. So I did a little research and I found just on chat rooms to see if anyone else was having some issues, and it turns out they were. So I am going to try it again today, but I'm smart this time because I learned my lesson, and I have a sample, an extra, just in case it does not go through again. But I think from what I've discovered, it's how you, I just assumed you needed to have your plates really like lined up, but it turns out better if you stagger them. So who knew, right? Like that was just crazy. But all right, so I'm just doing some layering here. I use Smoky Slate. Oh, I should have told you, this again was from the Simply Marvelous pack. That was the Celebration paper. And I have used the actual marbling side, but I love the subtle background prints on the other ones. Okay, so I did do a few of the die cutting for here, but let me see if this is going to work. I am going to use, we're going to die cut first, and I did do a few. So we have this one, this is going to go on, and I did this beautiful palm tree in the soft succulent also. But let's see if we can get that darn leaf image on there. So I think this is the same one that I had here. I'm going to give that a clean off. And this is the soft succulent. Let me see how this is going to work. And, all right, but like I said, I have nothing to lose because I want to show you all, if that is the case, that maybe if you're having issues with it, that this might be a little trick. Believe me, I never would have thought of something like this. Okay, so I'm taking my plates and I'm staggering them. I'm going to put this on here. Where's my die? And let's just get the die on it. And I'll put a little, oh, is this the right one? Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to put a little piece of tape just to hold it in place, just in case. This is just Post-it note tape, which I love. Okay, so this is on here. Okay, so I have my number 1 plate. It's going in. My number 2 is going in a little bit behind it. And my number 3, well, this is the second number 2, and this is kind of crazy, but this is going in first. Okay, so if you can see that, this one's going in first. And look at that. It goes right through. Isn't that crazy? I just thought that they all had to be lined up. All right, well, lesson learned the hard way. Okay, so that, we can put that aside. Now let's start layering here. For this one, I did go ahead and I cropped out some of these beautiful dies. What did I do with them? So I cropped out this this grassy one. I cropped out the palm tree and this little border die, which really, it comes out so it's like I can't even explain, like a lattice or something. It's very pretty. And so I went ahead and I did that. I cropped the sentiment tag out of the stitched rectangles. Okay, so let's just put all this together. The this birthday sentiment I borrowed from the Artfully Layered bundle. That's the one that we used last week. And I think I'm going to do this one in Smoky Slate. And let's get that up there. Hi, Janelle. Okay, so this is just Smoky Slate, just a nice little happy birthday, happiest birthday wishes. And that's fine. I don't think I need this. I did have this little circle that was cut, already cropped, and this I wanted to crop out that little tiny image that was, there's just this little, which I used it as a sun. So I'm using my Calypso Coral for this, and normally I would have stamped it and then I would have, oh, I can't see it, but let's just give it a shot there. And then I would have cropped it. But I think we're good for this. All right, so now I have my little sunshine ball, and I chose this because it's just, to me, it was like nice to have like a little cozy cloudy day. Sort of what it is right now here in New Jersey. It is raining, I think, out there. So what I did here, so this is the one that we just stamped and cropped. I'm just going to take a little a regular size dimensional. Oh, let me just get this on here first. So for here, let's see, did I bring my, no, I didn't. I wanted to bring my liquid glue, but I'm just going to do my best just to give it a little bit of glue, a little bit of adhesive. That should be fine. Okay, so this is going to go on here, just like this. And just so that it's half on, half off. Now I'm going to leave this up because I want to sneak my little sun in there. I'm going to put him right behind there, like that. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, and I really don't need this whole long piece. So let me just give that a little trim. And hi, Mary from Elmer, New Jersey. Okay, so I have a few little dots that I didn't get out, but you know what? I kind of like it when there's some in and some out. So this is just going to be just a little bit of a focal point for my sentiment. So I'm choosing a spot where I'm not going to end up with a ragged edge. So I'm just going to go right down the center like that. Okay, now let's get these on. But for this, I want to make sure, I just want to give this a little bit of dimension also. So let me just take a little bit of my edge here, and I think I want my green on top. So let's put this here, and it's off a little bit, which is what I want. I didn't want it to be exact. I wanted to make sure that you could see that there was some dimension and there was some color there to that one. And then we can just put this right down here. Okay, just get his right down to the bottom. All right, and then let's add our little piece. This is just an accent piece. It's just to highlight the sentiment. Oops, and I didn't put my thing on. So I already have a dimensional on here, and I'm just going to lower that a little bit just so that it has a little bit of dimension and a little bit of shading. And here again is where I would have used my liquid glue. So this might show a little bit, but it's fine. All right, I'm just going to put that up there. Is that straight? Yep, pretty good. And then I will add some dimensionals on here. Whoopsie. Okay. And let's get these off, and we're almost done with number 2. Hi, Dawn. All right, and then there it goes. Okay, and what did I add here? I think, oh, the metallic pearls. Love those. Silver and gold. I tend to use the silver a little bit more, and especially with the smoky slate. That goes perfectly. I have some adhesive there, get rid of that. And let's put that right over here. And no more smudge mark. Come on. There. All right. And then one more somewhere. Let's put this guy over here. Okay. There we go. All right. Number 2 done. Isn't that so pretty? Oh, just love it. Love, love, love. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, let's get this out of the way. And this is, this one I'm borrowing, shall we say, the sentiment from the Sentimental Swirls stamp set. And I think that would be, I love this little happy birthday sentiment right there. Okay, so let's see. We are going to be doing this. This is a pool party, and this one I used the Sunshine and Rainbows DSP pack. Again, yes, Sunshine and Rainbows from the Celebration catalog. So you could get this for free, and this was the one that we're going to be using today. Just as a little bit of a backdrop. All right. So let's see. This one I have a horizontal orientation. So let's just give this a little crisp burnish line. And oh, I wish if I wasn't so messy. Oh, there it is, all the way over there. All right, let's make sure we're on board here. Okay. All right. So this is just, again, let's just do some layering before we get to the stamping. Because this is all going to just get layered up and placed on the card front, the card base, this one. Okay, and I did cut it with, so the design, you could go either way, but I kind of liked your line, your eye to be going horizontal on this. All right, now this is where we're going to do our stamping, and then I will attach it to this. So let's get, I'm going to be using the little stamp, the little palm trees, I should say, and from the set, and that's this cute little set right there. And let's see, what did we do this? Oh, so this time, so this looks like it's stamped off, but it's not. It's mint macaron and pool party mixed up. So you know that sometimes my pool party wants to be, I think I'll do that first, wants to be mint macaron. I mean, it's weird that even the labels, it looks like pool party until you open it, and then you can see. Okay, so I have my pool party, and this is going to be my background trees, palm palm trees. So I'm going to do those right up to the top. It's okay if I go off a little bit. It's okay. A little bit of random stamping. And I think I'll just go up a little bit. I don't want them all to be the exact same size. Hi, Deborah. No problem. No problem at all. And let's see, this one is going to go down a little bit, and he's going to be off the page a little bit too. All right, now let's take the mint macaron. I'm going to do the same thing. I'll give it a little quick wipe with my chamois. And now this one is definitely going to be off the page because these are darker, so they're more grounded, and I want them to be lower in the scene. And I'll just do those two twice. And again, I won't do those the same size either. See how pretty that is? It's just using two colors and staggering them just a little bit. Okay, so I'm taking the Happy Birthday from here. This is a photopolymer set. And let's see if I have a block. I have to steal another block here. Okay. And let's just make sure, since we're stamping right onto the image there, right onto the focal image page, I want to make sure that I'm pretty straight. Okay, and again, I'm stamping this in the mint macaron. And I'm just going to stamp that right up into the corner. And I love this font. It's very crisp and clean. There you go. Okay, so we're going to layer this up, and then we have the, I hope we have, yeah, it's right in front of me. Okay, we're going to wrap that with the Pool Party sheer ribbon. Okay, thanks for sharing, Deborah. All right, so this is just going to get layered up here. And then I'll show you, I'm not going to use regular dimensionals for this because I really want this simple focal image to pop. So I'm going to use one of those blocks, the foam adhesive sheets. But before I do that, let me just get a little bit of ribbon around here. And we'll just tie a little bow. Make sure I have enough. And where's my scissors? Okay. Thanks for sharing, Belinda. You know what I'm going to do, because this is the class, and I don't have the prize patrol like I normally do, but I so appreciate you ladies sharing my videos here on Facebook and my YouTube videos, that I'm just going to pick a few names, and I'm going to send you one of these cards, the completed card. Just because I appreciate you. Oh, come on. All right, so let me just fix this a little bit, get it a little tighter. I could have put a glue dot there that would have made it a little easier, but you can always do that with yours, with your ribbon when you get the kit. All right, and I'll give this a trim. That's good. I like the way it bends like that. Okay, so now let's take the foam adhesive sheet, and I just really want this to pop up there. So I think just give it a good solid piece, and this way I'm not using a whole lot of oh, thank you, Linda. Make sure this is straight before I put that on. And all right, okay, this is going to go right on here. Let's put this on here first, just to make it a little easier for the layering. And then we have just one more card to do after this. So yeah, so 20% off. That was pretty good. I did make a list of them this morning, and I think I counted 14 13 or 14 bundles from the annual catalog that will be on sale. And of course, you know that it's all while supplies last, and you know, we're still dealing with all of these shipping issues. Okay, that's good. Now, one last thing for here. Another thing that is not available at this time is these faux glass sea glass shapes, which is so unfortunate because they are so beautiful. But this pool party just matches perfectly with this and gives you a great feel of being close to the ocean. So I have to save these because I don't know when they're going to be back in stock, honestly. Some of them have dates, but some of them don't. And there were a lot that were just not available. Okay, so here we go. Number 3 done. Okay, one more we have to do. And let me get that one ready. This one is actually, we're not stealing any sentiments from anything. We're using the adorable sentiment right from our set here, which is, where is it? Oh, I already took it out. It says happy birthday, and it's just really cute and simple and nice font, and I love when it's the mixed fonts like that. So for this one, this is really simple too. We're going back and using the oceanfront stamp set again, which I did what with? Let's see. Where I must have put it away here. Okay, so this one, we're using this weird shape. I'm sure there is a shape for this, but I can't remember what it's called. And thanks, Deborah. So let me grab my big block here that I used for the other big one, and I'm going to just place it right on the center. For this one, we can do our let's just do our stamping first. Okay, so for this one again, I used the soft suede for the bottom part, and I'm going to stamp off on that again. And this one just barely covers it, so I think I'm okay. Let me just make sure if it's not. Yeah, it's a little too dark, so I want it lighter. So let's see. Just a gentle press, and I want this one to be going up onto the design. So this will go right here. Give it a good press. This is stamped off, remember. Okay, it's still a little dark, but it's okay. So let me give this a wipe because I'm going to use the same image. I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to make the balmy blue sky. Like I said, this is a great set. It has these beautiful background images and beach greenery. Oh, I just love it. Okay, so now I think I got the brown off, and I'm going to just add my balmy blue. So this time I'm going to turn it around because I want it to kind of meet right here in the middle. It's okay if it doesn't, if it's not perfect, but it's just the idea. Okay, nice. And then I'm going to take this guy, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a just a little bit of a sunset kind of image. And again, I'm going to go back to my Mango Melody. No, actually, this is the So Saffron. That's what I used for the other one to make it, because the Mango Melody was just too. Let me try. I'll stamp off and let's see how that looks. Okay. This is brand spanking new, so I don't really like it when it's that new. All right, let's use this, but I'm definitely stamping off. These are the distinctive stamps too, so sometimes you don't need to press hard at all to get the effect you're looking for. Okay, I'm gonna give it a little bit of a press because it's stamped off and I like the way that looks. Okay, let's go back to the So Saffron, and I'll get my little triple palm tree image. Make sure that's clean. And I'm going to stamp that right off to the side there. And you can see this, when you stamp off and when you use these distinctive stamps, it always comes out different. You just got to go with it. It never really is going to look the same every time you do it. But okay, I like that. Now I'm just going to mount this onto So Saffron cardstock, and let's get that on there. Yes, I know, Janelle, and I knew they were not available, and I checked again this morning, just like hope upon hope, but no, they're not, and there was actually more than when I checked 2 days ago, so it's really hard to keep up with it. And those pebbles and those faux glass, they're so beautiful. I guess they just couldn't keep them in stock. Okay, so here I just have, this was part of the, I just emptied it, but the Baker's Twine Essentials pack. And this was the one where you got 5 rolls in the one pack. So it's very vanilla white. I think this is smoky slate black, and I'm assuming this is crumb cake. Not sure, but it works just as fine with the So Saffron. So you could just do it, make your bow, just wrap it and then just make a bow on top of it, if that's easier for you. My goal was to try to make it so that the bow was like right at the bottom here. So let's see if I can do that. But you never say, you just never know how the day's gonna go. See, that's way too loose. So what I could do is put a little glue dot there, and that will help me keep it in place, and I can always take it off when I'm done, if I want. Or if it's not, visible, then I can just leave it there. All right, see, it just helps. And especially with twine, you don't want it to curl too much, because then it doesn't look like a bow when you're done. All right, come on. Okay, see, that worked out great. And now I can just take that baby and get rid of it. All right, so let's make this a little tighter and a little shorter. I love that it curls. I do love that. All right, now I'm going to take my card base. Again, the standard 11, 5.5 scored at 5.5, but 4 1/4 here. This is going to go up on here. I'm going to use another one of these foam sheets. Before I do that, though, I do want to put my sentiment right onto the bottom. And what did I say? I did mean soft suede. Did I say soft succulent? I don't know what I said. Yes, Deborah, though, I do mean soft suede. But I was talking about this crumb cake. This twine, I think, is more like a crumb cake color. But who knows? Okay, so I'm just going to put my happy birthday sentiment right here on the bottom. And so cute, so crisp. That's what I just love about the sentiment, the fonts in the Stampin' Up! Sets. They're just crisp. They're just beautiful. All right, let me get just a few of these pebbles out. I'm like treasuring these. I was able to get out a bunch for my, oh, that fell apart, that's not good. For my club this month, I always add in different embellishments. Usually an embellishment and a ribbon and a half a pack of paper or something like that. And I did get, I think I'll just use one more of this little guy here. Oh, not good, not good. That's the first time that's happened to me. There have been embellishments in the past. I know that that was a problem, but I didn't know it was a problem here. Okay, so I just put 3 here. I did get the bulk of the card club packages out. Well, actually, they're going out either this afternoon or tomorrow. But for my new members, I'm so sorry to say that by the time I added on the goodies that I include every month onto the packages for the new people, these pebbles were out of stock or unavailable. So I had to substitute, and I'm so sorry. I hate doing that, but I really just didn't have a choice. But we'll catch up, I'm sure. Okay, so, oh, I said So Saffron. No, I really did use So Saffron for this piece up here. What do I do with it now? This right here. This is, I was going to use So Saffron. I used So Saffron with the other one when I wasn't happy with the Mango Melody. It was too dark. So this definitely was So Saffron, and this was the Mango Melody. Sorry, I confused things. And all right, let's just get this up here, just high enough so that we get to see our sentiment. Okie dokie. So there you have it. We have our, let's see, this one and this one. So let me just clear things off a little bit here so you can see the 4 beautiful projects. And that is our, let me see if I can do this. Nope. All right, let me try one more time. Come on. Oh, no. Hold, please. I want to do this and this. There. All right. Never mind. Let's just go back to this. And, you know me, I am so, like, OCD when it comes to doing something like this. Okay, never mind. We have the 4 projects right here for you. This is what our 4th birthday card class. We only have 2 more in, yes, I want to have a drink somewhere by the ocean right now. That would be lovely. But we can't, so we'll just make cards and we'll pretend that we are there enjoying the ocean breeze and our cocktails. Okay, ladies, so here is our birthday card class. It is the 4th out of 6. We only have 2 more. I can't believe it, but I am totally stocked up. Thank you, Deborah. And I'm so happy with my bulk of birthday cards that I have now. I really love this, and maybe I'll do it again at the end of the year. I don't know, but this really came in handy. So we should all be really stocked up. So, yes, I'll pretend. Okay, so you have until Sunday, which I think is the 27th, and it is, use the host code up here that you see, and there we go. All right, that's not what I wanted to do, but anyway, so use the host code, place your order by, $35 order by Sunday, and I'll get these kits out to you. We're having company next week, so I think that I definitely will have them out by Friday. Usually I get them out by Wednesday. So definitely by Friday, they'll be on their way to you, a $50 order, and I will sneak in a full roll of that denim ribbon. All right, ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you get... which code? This is the code you use, Henriette. Do you see that on the screen there? It starts with a G. And that's the host code that tells me that you do want to have these kits. All right, so I hope you have a great day, a great week. Next Tuesday, we'll be back just with our regular Facebook Live. And until then, I hope you stay safe and have a great week. thank you again for sharing, and I'm gonna send out one or two of these finished products to you. If I contact you, I might need your address, but otherwise I'll be happy to get one of those out in the mail for you. Thanks again for joining me today. I hope you have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.